Wow, time to wrap it up for February the 11th, 2015. What a choppy day we had. Started off this morning wanting to sell 263.65. Caught that really well. We put a question mark at 55. We're hoping to buy 50s. Turned out 55 was it. So we caught this market really well. The software, because it's a choppy bracketed market, really doesn't produce, as far as the trending signals go, really good signals for most of the day. What did work were the retest failures, leaning against the highs, leaning against the lows, and just a very difficult trading day. The EU, Greece, European Central Bank announcement comes tomorrow. My guess is, and I don't have any more insight than you do, is that just based on human nature and what's going to make Russia come in and fund all the deficit spending in Greece, probably nothing. But they can stir it up and remind the European Union that that this could happen. So, tough trading day. Retest failure, head and shoulders with 2 right shoulders, maybe 3. Mom, a move out of the middle, and then a sharp break. The heavy selling was blamed on the strong Treasury auction, risk-off type investments from foreigners. They always have to have a reason to explain something, and you just have to keep that in mind. It's called chatter. So, our overall assessment, 55 maybe, hoping to buy 50s, 52s, trading range market, wanted to sell 63, 65s are pretty good. In between that assessment, the trading was really pretty tough when you get right down to it. So what do we see for tomorrow? Tomorrow we have retail sales, -0.4. Retail sales, -0.4. Retail sales, ex autos. So we've got an inside day. We're awaiting news tomorrow. We also have the ECB announcement. So we could get some pretty nice moves off the retail sales, and we could get whipped by whatever comes out of the ECB, the EU and Greece. The first shot we'll have at that's probably 8:30 Eastern, but more than likely it'll be noon to 2 o'clock in the afternoon before the announcement is made. Depends, if they get a deal and if everything's done today and everything gets taken care of, we'll hear it early. If they're still working out the details, it will come later. Inside day, trading range, got news, the news, retail sales, the disposition of the Greek matter. We'll tell the tale of tomorrow's tape. Okay, the stock market is telling us that they have a deal. So we're high, we're dealing with a P, we're creating value above the overnight but below yesterday's a little bit. So this market is poised to trade higher, probably off the Greece news. So what is the trade? Sell failure to take out our 65 area. If we break through that, I mean, I don't think there's any reason not to go up to 75, so the next sell zone would be 75. I don't see any way to get there in the overnight session unless something is leaked out of Europe. 55, 57 is buy one. That's pretty aggressive, but I imagine the market will be on hold until we get the retail sales news and Europe speaks. So that's the way we see it for the E-mini. Yeah, it's amazing when you listen to the news how much energy is being invested into this Brian Williams deal. I mean, this guy knew exactly what his job and role in life was. It was sitting at a desk, totally insulated from any and all kinds of danger. So he puffs up his resume and makes up these damn stories. So he can talk and act like the tough guy. They're out there. They're everywhere, folks. The guys who really do it don't talk about it very much. Okay, a little bit higher low, a little bit higher high on this one. Maybe higher tomorrow. It's a 30-year paper, so on the note, could trade higher tomorrow. My guess is we'll probably trade higher, maybe a little weak into the 30-year, then trade it higher because of the fact they need to move that 30-year paper, and they don't move it in a down market. But I'm always amazed at just how mindless, I mean, all these unbelievable problems going around the world. And it's like People Magazine, it's personality, it's fame, that type of deal. And shows you how unserious most of us are, and those that run this place is about the problems it faces, etc. Just get me through tomorrow, and promise you it'll be better than today, but don't hold me accountable for anything. Hell of a situation we voted ourselves into over time. I think the buys in the 5 to 9 area. We're going to raise a little bit this morning. We were 9 to 13, then 1 to 5. The low was 4.5, so we're going to make 5 to 9 buy 1, and then 1 to 29 buy 2. And I just don't think they can whack this market without some help from the news. Retail sales -4. That would be supportive. Ex-auto -0.4. Jobless claims 285. If as forecast, a negative. Business inventories, who cares? 0.2, and natural gas inventories, who cares? And with what's going on in the Northeast, last week we drew 115 BCF, probably do that and more. So retail sales ex-auto is going to be the #1 focus. I think jobless claims will be lost in the headlines. 15 to 19 is sell. Like the buy side a little better. Not to say it can't sell and rotate down, but and then if we break through 20, I guess 24, 27 is the next stop for us too. Knob spread actually came in a couple, expanded a little bit today, not by much, really pretty much traded sideways for most of the day. But the big boys haven't abandoned their desire to be long, and you can see right now that the 30-year is riding high to the 10-year. So this 47.12 area up here, 12 to 16 is probably best resistance. Obviously, we're right up here, so 3 to 7, sell 1. And we'll make it 11 to 15, sell 2. On the buy side, we're at 30, 17 to 21. Again, I always think in terms of the 10-year, and I'm a little too aggressive on my buy and sells in the 30-year. We always seem to be able to do a little bit better. One of these days I'll learn, right? At least I'm consistent. Anyway, this whole thing that we're doing these days is so contrived and so staged, and just someone, give me the raw data, give me the facts, and I'll take care of the rest. But I don't even report the news anymore. It's opinions, or it's the narrative that they want pushed out there. It's the reality they want you to believe. It's got to ferret the stuff out. You got to stay on top of it. It's not easy. Okay, all day long we thought gold was going to came in wanting to be on the short side. Yesterday we had combined the distributions, looking at nothing but Bs. Actually, we were able to get a trade-off pretty close to where we thought it was going to be this morning, around 40. So market spilled. When it took out support, it was straight down, and this high volume number at 18 held us. So we've got structurally 28, 29, 30. So let's make it 30 plus or minus, and then 25 plus or minus. So our first sell is going to be 25 plus or minus, then 30 plus or minus for sell 2. On the buy side, we've got a high volume number here at 18, like to 15 to 17, getting long beneath that. I still think the short side is a better way to play it. Whatever the EU does tomorrow probably won't bring in buying to gold, and then 10 plus or minus for buy too. But because the central banks whack gold futures to make their gold purchases cheaper, I still think that we'll see lower prices before we'll see higher prices. Similar situation in crude oil. Lots of pessimists are coming out now, 20, 30 bucks before we bottom. And we all know that things get out of hand. We also know that right now the economic hurdle points for majors to go drill is in the 40 to 50 bucks area. So we're rejecting prices pretty much below 48.50. And we're going to have a hard time getting up 49.50. So right now, 50 to 75, sell one. 50, 50 and a quarter, sell two. Let the market come to us. If we come up here and we can't get to this 40-50 area right here, this holds, then we do have to get short. We're right there. Got a K period high. So let's make it 25 to 50 for sell one. And then 75 to 50 for sell two. We'll change that. On the buy side, 25 to 50 for buy one, and then 47.75, 48 for buy two. And last but not least, the euro. I don't see that anything happens tomorrow stops the euro from selling. If Greek bolts, it'll sell faster. If Greece doesn't bolt, it'll still sell. So, like the idea of getting short, I'm going to keep our 25 to, and we'll make it 15 to 25. We'll come just inside of it for sell one, and then 50. 40 to 50 for sell two. On the buy side, 12.75, and I don't mind the 12.50s or the bucks because people will take profits against those. So that's it for February the 11th, 2015. I will see you bright and early in the a.m. You all have a great evening. We've cooled down considerably here. Feels like winter again, but it is that time of year. We had fun today. We'll get after it and get it again tomorrow. I'm out of here.